Hi, my name is Cristian Aguilar. I'm from Brooklyn. I'm 18 years old and I ride BMX. I've been riding for 2 years, but I've only been doing like BMX for like 1 year. So like I had a BMX bike before, but I didn't really do anything on it. I just rode and like cruised around and didn't really do much. All I did was like hops, but I didn't really see anything bigger until I got a new bike. And then I was like, I have a BMX bike. I should just be doing stuff. Like I was like, I have it for a reason, you know? I should just go out and like do stuff. I saw people like doing 180s, 360s, and I was like, okay, maybe that's something I do want to do. And from there, I just started doing 180s. I started learning, I was a pegless rider. I didn't have pegs, so I couldn't really grind. So I just focused on my 180s, my manuals, my bunny hops the most, because that's what I really wanted to get, like that high hop, you know? And right now, I can do 360s now, but they're not the best, so yeah. I was just scrolling through YouTube and then I saw one of Billy Perry's videos, and like I would see like Nigel's videos too, and then I would just be like, yo, that's so cool. Like, you know, you get to ride a bike and you also get to like do fun stuff with the bike. So I always saw that as like something really cool and like something I would like want to do. So that's how I really got inspired. And then like I was at the park once too, and I saw like Augie like do like a double peg up the rail and like he 3'd off or like 180'd off. And I was like, what the f? I was like, yo, I want to be able to do stuff like that in the future. And that's how I picked it up. I've only had, well, I literally only counted as 2 bikes because I just swapped the frame. So I guess like 2 bikes in general. But I gave my old bike to my brother because it was like an 18 or 19 inch. I think it was an 18 inch. So like I kind of grew out of it because like, you know, get taller and yeah. The first trick I've ever did was like a bunny hop. But you know, you have to learn how to bunny hop to learn 180s and like 360s and all this other stuff. But the first trick besides a bunny hop was probably 180. Like I learned it like off a fly out. And at first I couldn't really like half cab out, and then I learned how to half cab out, and then I learned how to slider up, but it's easier to do it on a cassette. So I learned how to do that. But I recently just swapped to a free coaster, so it's harder for me to like, to me it's like, it's weirder to like slider off of it, like, you know, because like for me, like on the cassette, you just pedal and then you just bring the handlebars around, so it's like easier to slider. Probably a 360. Yeah, that was like the longest trick. That was one of the tricks that took me the longest to figure out, because at first, the bike that I had, the handlebars were like low, so like when I would 360, like the handlebars would like hit my knees. But that still happens with this one, but like that's when I don't pick it up to myself, because the whole point of like a 360, there's different steps to it. It's not just a 360. It's like you have to curve and then you have to pull it and then you have to tuck the back. So it's kind of hard to learn that. So, and I'm doing it flat. It's not the best, but it's still, you know, something to figure out. See, I actually got stitches on my chin, like right here. I don't know if you could tell. It's like right here somewhere. And that happened because it was me and my friend and my brother. We went to the skate park on 116. It's called Thomas Jefferson Skate Park, but we call it Jeff for short. And it was like night. It was like nighttime. We went, and there's a ramp there. That ramp has taken out so many people, including me. So I went to go do the ramp. I jumped it a couple of times. I gapped it, and I was like, okay, I get the feel of it. And then I go for a 3rd time because my friend couldn't capture like the photo. So I'm like, in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, I'm about to eat. I'm about to eat. And then in my mind, I was like, whatever. And I just go, and I'm just thinking I'm gonna just fall off the bike and like just scrape myself. But I end up going, and I fly, like I take like flight, and like I land like on the side, and I hit my head Like I scraped my chin, I scraped my face here too, but this scar is gone. And then we go to the hospital and I get stitches. And then that was like the biggest fall I've ever taken. I usually ride with a crew. Like I don't like riding by myself, but sometimes, you know, you end up riding by yourself because like no one's outside or you can't get in contact with anyone. But I do ride with like a few other riders from like Brooklyn and like Brooklyn, Harlem, the Bronx. I haven't been to the Bronx yet. Like I want to go to Malali's because it's like I've seen the ramps that they have. It's amazing. But yeah, I usually ride with the crew or like by myself sometimes. Like when I ride, it's like kind of like therapy. You know, like you put like, you know, you have so much going on in your life. You just ride your bike. You just, I guess, like it kind of takes it out. Like you know how like a person does boxing and then they just go to the gym and they just start like going off because, you know, they're relieving stress or like, you know, they're doing stuff like that. So it's like kind of like that, but just with a bike. The falls that you take, you know, like the frustration that goes into getting a trick done, it's like, it comes with it. And that kind of like, it's like a mental sport. Someone told me it was like a mental sport. It's like skating and like BMX are like a mental sport. You're only going to do the trick if you want to do it. And that's pretty much how I think about it. It's like therapy, you know. It's like a way of relieving your stress and relieving like your anger and all that. I mean, my expectations for BMX are just, you know, just meeting new people. I like meeting new people and just talking and like, you know, having a conversation. That's like always the best. You know, you get to meet new people just from having a bike. You have like you see the craziest shit out like in New York. When I'm having a lazy day and I don't really feel like doing that much riding, I always have my camera with me just in case, because you know, you never know what you could capture. New York City is like you never know what you see in New York. You're gonna see something regardless, whether you're in Brooklyn, Manhattan, like different parts of Manhattan, like the Lower East Side, Upper East Side, Midtown, Harlem, Tribeca, anywhere down there. Like basically all of Manhattan, all of New York City, you're gonna see something. And that's why I always have my camera with me. I like to take pictures. I also used to draw. I don't really do it as much as I used to. It's still there, but I don't really draw like that anymore. So yeah, I guess that's the artistic side of me. That's what I like to do besides riding. There's a ton of people I like up to in BMX. The riders now, you see Nigel doing like crazy shit. You seeing Austin Augie, Billy, Panza, Tommy Dugan, yo, he's crazy. Tommy Dugan is crazy. Brad Sims, who else? There's like many other riders, but they just can't come to my head right now. New York City itself is a playground. You just have to look for stuff, like, cause there's plenty of spots that are like gone now. Like, Lennox Ledges are still there, but like most of the time there's like skaters. You don't really see bikers over there. Brooklyn Banks is gone now. I never got the chance to ride that, so I'm like kind of bummed out on that. Like I was planning on going, but it was already closed, and I was like, and now it's gone, so it's not there no more. I can't really have the thrill of like I've seen old videos and I'm like, damn, that's like a pretty good spot. It's like LES, but like in Brooklyn. So it's like, yeah. So yeah, I say like, you just have to look for stuff. You know, you never know what you could find. Like even in your own neighborhood, you never know. You just have to look. I'm trying to learn how to like FIBA 180, because I can FIBA and I can 180. So I was like, why not just learn how to do that? But it's like, it's hard because like I've seen videos and like you have to, I guess, wait till the end. But I want to learn how to do it to just yank that, you just yank it. But it's, I guess the fear of it is just my tire like gripping onto like the ledge and I just fall. But that's part of it. So any advice I would give to like any riders is like any new riders is just take your time with the trick. Don't like try to rush it. That's something I always like try to do, and like don't beat yourself up if you can't land it today or like land it like in a few weeks, because there's tricks that take like time to learn. Like tail whips, I'm not gonna get those anytime soon. Bar spins, I'm not gonna get those anytime soon. But yeah, I just say take your time with it. Don't overthink it. I mean, I do that a lot, but just take your time with it, and you know, yeah, that's pretty much it. Take your time and don't stress it. Shout out to my homies Andrew, Jacob. There's like a ton of people. Kneecap, Manny, Sloan. Who else? Shout out to Dev. Brazil, Lee. Like many of you know him as Lee or Brazil. Shout out to the shop, Mezzerul. You know, they're like the only BMX shops that I know of. They're always holding it down. Tenzin. Javier, yeah, there's way more people, but it's pretty much who I can think of right now. Oh, George, yeah, I forgot George. Yeah, shout out to the people at Jap, the locals, Matthew, William, Chris, Davey, haven't forgot about you, even though you're not here right now. You'll be back soon, hopefully. Alberto, always holding it down with like helping me like fix my bike, because I don't really know about my bike like that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Much love for you guys. I'm glad I met you guys. Yeah. This has been Cristian Aguilar, and this is Life Behind Grips.